Fifth grade, Chapter 1, Lesson 3, Properties. You can use the properties of operations to help you evaluate numerical expressions more easily. So yesterday I reminded you needed to use the parentheses, right? Because then that helps you know what to do first. And then that's basically what these properties are going to kind of talk about. And then also, if you ever come across these properties and you can't remember exactly what that property is, that's why you guys have your math little notebooks, right? Or your folders, so that you can look in them. It has the glossary, and it also has your colored pages that kind of tell you what those things are as a reminder in case you can't remember, right? Okay. So commutative property is if the order of the addends change, the sum stays the same. So it doesn't matter if you have 12 plus 7 or 7 plus 12, you're still going to get 19, right? Or the same answer. Associative property of addition. If the grouping of addends changes, the sum still stays the same. So basically, it doesn't matter where the parentheses are within the equation, you're still going to get the same thing because you're adding. Identity property of addition. The sum of any number and 0 is that number. So basically, anything plus 0 is still going to do the same thing. Properties of multiplication. Commutative properties of multiplication. If the order of property of factors changes, the product stays the same. So it doesn't matter if you have 4 times 9 or 9 times 4, you're still going to get the same answer of 36, right? Associative property of multiplication. If the grouping of factors changes, the product stays the same. So once again, it doesn't matter where your parentheses are. And then if you have parentheses, you always do those equations first, right? Identity property of multiplication. The product of any number and 1 is that number. So 4 times 1 is 4, 5 times 1 is 5. So basically, it's the same thing, right? She'll learn that probably in 3rd grade, right? Okay. All right. Unlike the problem, the table shows the number of bones in several parts of the human body. What is the total number of bones in the ribs, the skull, and the spine? So basically, to find the sum of addends using mental math, you can use the commutative and associative properties. So basically, they're saying there were 24 ribs, 24 bones for the ribs, 28 for the skull, and 26 for the spine. So they're saying if you did 28 plus what? What was the other one that we have that we don't see here yet? 24, right? Because we use the 28, we use the 26, and then we need the 24. So what property would that be if we just change the order of the numbers? Is that commutative, associative, or identity? What is it, guys? Commutative. Okay. 28 plus 24 plus, what are we going to add? What's the number we haven't used yet? 26. So, we went ahead and we kept them in the same order, but we added parentheses. So what is that property? Associative property. So then we take 28 plus, what is 24 plus 26? 50. And then 28 plus 50 is 78. So there are 78 bones in the ribs, skull, and the spine. So we also have the distributive property, and multiplying the sum by a number is the same as multiplying each addend by the number and then adding the product. So basically, they're saying if you distribute that through and you took 5 times 7, and then you took 5 times 9, you'd still get the same thing as taking 5 times 16. Okay? Does that make sense? So the distributive property can also be used with multiplication and subtraction. So they give you another example of how you can distribute it through. So it doesn't always have to be addition, it can also be subtraction. So use the distributive property to find the product. So they have 8 times 59. Now, all of you would know how to set that up, right? Okay, but you maybe have to use your pencil and paper, right? This way they're saying that they can help you figure it out by pulling it apart. So what would you pull the 59 apart to? They already took the 9, so what would you be left with? 50, right? So then we put 8 times 50 and 8 times 9. So what is 8 times 5? 40, and then I need to add a 0, right? So I'd have what? 400, and then 8 times 9 is 72. So 400 plus 72 is 472. So then we were able to do it mentally, correct? Right? Another way, okay? This way, there are going to use subtraction, okay? And they say minus 1. So if I'm taking away 1, what would I have to have if I wanted minus 1 to get 59? 60, right? Because 60 minus 1 is 59. So I put in 8 here. So 8 times 60, and then 8 times 1, right? Because we're subtracting this time, right? So what is 8 times 60? 8 times 6 is
48.
It's 48, and you add a 0. And then 8 times 1 is? So 480 minus 8 is? 472. So you still got the same answer, they just used addition one way and then subtraction the other way. Example 2, complete the equation and tell which property you use. So 23 times something equals 23. So what would it be? 1. So what type of property would we have used for that? You can help look at the Okay, so we've either used commutative, associative, or identity, right? Okay, and then you guys said identity, but can I just put identity? No, because it is identity, but of what? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Multiplication. So identity of multiplication. Alright, so then on letter B, they have 47 times 15 equals 15 times 47, right? So basically, they just changed the order. Alright, so is that commutative, associative, or identity? Commutative. And then once again, can I just put, oh, and actually guys, this should say identity property. We should add property here. Okay, so commutative property. And then can I just leave it like that? No, I have to say of what?
Multiplication.
Of multiplication. Use properties to find 4 times 23 times 25. So basically, what are they wanting us to do for the first step? They want 23 times what? Times 4 times 25. So what property is that? You're just changing the order, so what is that? What is it? Commutative. Okay, then they showed us some parentheses, all right? So 23 times 4 times 25. So all they did was they added in the parentheses. So we see those parentheses, and that is what? Associative, right? So then now we need to group those together. So what is 4 times 25? 100, right? Because it's like 4 quarters, right? You get $1. So 23 times 100 is?
2,100.
So I'd write 23 with 2 zeros, right? And then I can go back and add my comma, and I get 2,300. So use properties to find the sum or product. Now on these, they're not making you identify it. You just have to give your answer, okay? So what would I probably group together? 89 and 11. So I'm going to go ahead and write 89 plus 11 plus 27. Okay? Now, when I said I want to group those together, what am I going to use to group?
Parentheses.
Okay, parentheses, right? So what is 89 plus 11?
100.
100. So then I'd have 100 plus 27 equals 127. And then that's my answer, correct? Okay. Now we have 9 times 52. What could I use here? Commutative, associative, identity, or distributive? Distributive. Okay. So if I did that, I put 9 times parentheses. What am I going to break that 52 into? 50 plus 2. And then I have to distribute it out. So then I'm going to have 9 times 50 plus 9 times what?
2.
2. Okay. So now what is 9 times 50? 450, right? Because 9 times 5 is 45, and then you add a 0 plus, what's 9 times 2? 18, which gets us
468.
468. Now on number 4, we have 107 plus 0 plus 39 plus 13. So can we write that in a different order? Can we do a commutative property?
Yes.
Yes. What am I going to want to eventually group together? The 107 and the 13, right? So plus 13 plus, do I need to add the 0? No, because is that doing anything? No. So plus 39. Now, can I do associative property? Yep, so I can put in my parentheses. So where am I going to put my parentheses around? And 13. Because I'm going to add those together. Because when we see parentheses, we do those first, correct? Okay, so what is 107 plus 13? 120 plus 39 equals 159.